Today on eNEWS, it's Freedom to Read Week at Lethbridge College, Alberta has banned unnecessary surgeries on pets, and the Lethbridge College Kodiaks prepare to host a provincial championship. Hello and welcome to eNEWS. I'm Dean Huffman.
And I'm Dara Kendall, and here's today's top story. Lethbridge College's Buchanan Library has a special display of books available for public viewing right now. That's not unusual. What perhaps is unusual is that these books have been banned at some point in the past. The reason they're on display right now is because it's Freedom to Read Week, which raises awareness of the fact that books have been being banned dating back to the Roman Empire.
Rictus Emperor!
One of the most popular book-to-movie adaptations of all time is Harry Potter, though the books have been challenged since The Philosopher's Stone was released back in 1999. People challenge the books because of the themes of magic and violence. At the Buchanan Library, there's a display of books that have been challenged, everything from the Bible to The Catcher in the Rye. It also has a binder full of explanations detailing why each was banned.
A lot of the banning or challenging takes place in schools where people don't want other people reading certain materials.
Religious views and social positions are just two of many reasons why books of a variety of topics can be banned by a school, public or private library, or a community. Lethbridge College business student Taylor Fielder used to be an avid reader. She's read many of the banned books.
Because sometimes even if a book has been banned and then lifted, it's always good to know why, because then even if you don't agree with it, it raises your own awareness of the reach that books have and the impact that they can have on people's lives.
Books are still being challenged today. For example, 13 Reasons Why is one of the most challenged books in the last few years after regaining popularity from a Netflix show adapted from the novel. Popular John Green novel The Fault in Our Stars is also challenged in many schools across the nation because of its themes centering around death. Even a Dr. Seuss book has been challenged. Hop on Pop was challenged in a Toronto library because a man felt it encouraged violence against fathers.
Meanwhile, Lethbridge College students will be walking into what looks like a brand new library next semester. During the summer, the Buchanan Library will be undergoing a bit of a facelift with new furniture, new paint on the walls, and more breakout rooms. Currently, the library is undergoing phase 1 of a 2-phase construction plan. Right now, there are construction crews tearing down what used to be offices and putting in 5 new breakout spaces.
We've had a lot of difficulties with noise in the library and students being able to not find quiet space. So it's going to allow for groups that are doing collaborative group work to kind of go in, shut a door, and then they can work and kind of be as loud as they want, and it just won't affect all the other students studying.
Some renovations are expected to be done before the end of March, and the rest will be done over the summer months.
Lethbridge College's digital communications and media students have wrapped up production on a home renovation show. Flipped Out is a 6-episode web series written, filmed, and produced entirely by students. DCM student Janelle Anderson says her experience couldn't have been more rewarding.
I hope maybe one day in the future I can be working along this kind of work or just do it for fun. You know, it's super fun to me and I just like to see the outcome. I'm really just excited to see how it all turns out.
The episodes will be completed in March and will be made available through the Lethbridge Mortgage Centre's website and flippedoutmc.ca.
In other news, Lethbridge College welcomed a group of cats to campus this week. The annual Cat Cafe, similar to Doggy De-Stress, is an opportunity for both staff and students to take a break between classes and enjoy some playtime. All the cats that came to the college were brought in by Animal Services in Lethbridge. The LCSA says it's a great opportunity.
It's about stress relief for students. It's great to bring some cats on campus and have them each take a break between classes, get some free coffee, get some cat cuddles, and bring up their day hopefully.
Perfect. The vast majority of the cats are available for adoption. Coming up next on eNEWS, we'll take a look at how Lethbridge Transit is becoming more accessible than ever before, and how a local athlete is reaching his fitness goals despite living with cerebral palsy.
The Lethbridge Historical Society is a group dedicated to preserving the history of Lethbridge since 1888. We work in partnership with the city to put up plaques honoring historic buildings. By joining as a member, you can help ensure history is not forgotten. The Lethbridge Historical Society gives you a chance to write history in books and create fun events. Together, we can celebrate the past and change the future with Lethbridge Historical Society. You may even leave a mark on Lethbridge history. For more information, go to lethbridgehistory.org.
Pride is a little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of us.
A little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of me.
A little piece of me.
A little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of us.
Hi, my name is Janelle Anderson, and here's your 5-day weather forecast provided by Environment Canada. So on Monday, it's going to be sunshine, which is nice, thankfully, but it's going to be a high of -12. But thankfully on Tuesday, we will have a mix of sun and cloud, and it will be a high of -2. On Wednesday, we could see some flurries, but it will be a high of 0. And on Thursday, it'll be a high of -2 with some flurries. And on Friday, it'll be a high of 0. Thanks, that was your 5-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Janelle. Alberta veterinarians have voted to ban medically unnecessary surgeries for pets. Alberta is now among several provinces banning procedures like tail docking and ear cropping. The ban was put in place by the Veterinary Association, not the provincial government. Riley McCormick has that story.
Vets have gathered from across Alberta to vote to discontinue surgeries that have no medical benefits to the animal. Sometimes referred to as cosmetic surgery, this includes devocalization, declawing, and cosmetic dentistry. One Lethbridge vet is happy the ban is now in place.
I'm excited about it. You know, it's about time that Alberta followed suit with all the rest of the places that have done this. It's been illegal in Europe for a long, long time.
Lupton specializes in cats and has had to deal with the effects of a botched declawing procedure in the past. Declawing removes the end bones of a cat's paw, and if any bits of bone are left behind, the claw could grow back and be very painful. Declawing provides no benefit to the animal and can cause early onset arthritis, chronic pain, behavioral changes, and they may even stop using the litter box. Alan Sept, a cat owner, has chosen not to declaw his cat, Willow. He did consider it in the past, but after some research, he decided against it.
It's a whole bunch of reasons why not to, not really any reasons why to.
Canada has no federal law banning the procedures, but it is condemned by the Canadian Veterinary Medical Association.
The vote took place in Calgary on Sunday, and it included a second resolution which requires veterinarians and vet technologists to report animal abuse and neglect. For eNEWS, I'm Riley McCormick.
Vets are hopeful other provinces will follow their lead and ban the procedures as well.
Petro-Canada is building 50 electric vehicle fast charging stations along the Trans-Canada Highway. The move is intended to help the company tap into a movement across the country. I had the chance to investigate further. With emissions being an environmental concern, Petro-Canada is providing a greener alternative to transportation. 50 new charging ports will offer electric car commuters a place to stop and charge their cars. The new ports will offer the fastest level of charging possible, and it will provide enough amperage to charge most standard vehicles in 30 minutes. Other companies that already have supercharge ports, such as Tesla, have different amperages and wait times.
Supercharger operates on 240 volt source. It charges at very high amperage, and it'll charge the car from 0 to about 80% in about 45 minutes.
Weiber also said distance driving is not ideal in most electric models due to the limited battery power per kilometer. The distance per charge varies from model to model. The Chevrolet Bolt can get 383 kilometers on a single charge. The Ford Focus can get just 185 kilometers. and the Tesla 5S can range up to 539 kilometers. Richard Whitrock is the business and fleet manager at Murray Chevrolet in Lethbridge. He says electric cars are not necessarily a hot seller.
No, it's not a high volume vehicle, and part of that is our geography. We are out on the prairie and people do a lot of long distance driving, so charging is an issue.
Whitrock also said the chargers are not universal. Each brand of vehicle has their own connection design, but according to Petro-Canada's website, the new stations will come with 2 universal standard connectors. Harsh weather conditions have also been factored into battery power. According to a study done by the American Automobile Association, high temperatures can cut into battery range, but not nearly as much as the cold. One of the biggest factors in the battery's range was cabin temperature. If the heat was being used for an extended period of time, some models felt a 40% decrease in battery range and only 12% if the air conditioning was being used. For more information on the locations of current electric chargers, visit www.petrocanada.ca.
Lethbridge Transit has implemented new accessibility features to help hearing and visually impaired citizens get around the city. Michael Rodriguez is standing by with more. Michael?
The features are in effect on all city transit buses as of this week. I caught up with Lethbridge Transit to get a demonstration of the new notification system.
Next stop, Uplands Boulevard and Kodiak Boulevard.
Transit riders across the city this week have seen and heard the city's new Next Stop notification system. Those with hearing impairments will now be able to read the next stop, while riders with visual impairments will hear the stops announced via the bus's sound system. Transit Systems Operations Supervisor Mike Ross says the system will be great for impaired riders.
As part of our accessibility plan, we have audio and visual clues on the buses so that as they come in, people with hearing or visual impairments will get those audio visual clues.
The Lethbridge Association for the Blind says the system is great to finally have in Lethbridge, as other cities have had similar technology for years.
I've been in Toronto in my life, and where they announced every stop on the transit and on both the buses and the train, and it's fantastic.
All 42 Lethbridge Transit buses have been outfitted with the system. The new initiative was funded through the provincial Green Trip grant and the federal gas tax. The new technology has been implemented at all 640 Lethbridge City bus stations after extensive testing for the past 6 months.
Michael, do you think the unimpaired people will benefit from the system as well?
I think it will. I know I've fallen asleep on the bus a few times, and Ross also says he thinks the system will be beneficial to all transit riders.
Thanks, Michael.
The Lethbridge Hurricanes took to the streets literally in a bid to give back to the community. This past week, the Hurricanes visited West Lethbridge to host a community street hockey game and socialize with fans. Seth Slomp was there.
Canada Sport hits the streets in West Lethbridge as the Lethbridge Hurricanes hosted their 3rd annual community street hockey game this past week. For Hurricanes left winger Jackson Shepard, this event is all about thanking the community for bringing the noise at Hurricanes home games.
Just to give back to the community. You know, the community treats us so well here, and they come out to all the games and support us so much. So, you know, if we can come here on a Sunday and make some kids happy, it's the least we can do.
The left winger says the kids came ready to play, and he had a good time playing with the kids.
You know what's fun? The kids are super energetic, and they're always smiling and laughing. They keep you on your toes a little bit out here, so it's a lot of fun.
Kids of all ages were able to bring their hockey gear and play alongside the Hurricanes for a couple hours. Fans were also able to get autographs, take photos, and enjoy refreshments with the players. The kids enjoyed their time with the Hurricanes.
It's fun. They're funny, and they pass the puck to the ball.
The Hurricanes are really active in the community, with the street hockey game only being one of its many community initiatives. They also help out the soup kitchen and deliver teddy bears and toques to kids at the Chinook Regional Hospital. For eNEWS, I'm Seth Slomp.
The Lethbridge Hurricanes are currently on a 5-game road trip. The team will be back at the NMAX Center Wednesday to play the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Meantime, a Lethbridge man is chasing his fitness goals in the sport of powerlifting despite living with a debilitating disease. Joel Setaguchi's battle with cerebral palsy has not only changed his life, but is inspiring others. Skylar Peters has that story.
At first glance, Joel Setaguchi looks like any other 26-year-old. But with one step, it becomes quite apparent that isn't the case. Setaguchi has been battling a neurological disorder that affects his right leg, a result of being born 2 months premature.
I didn't get fully diagnosed with cerebral palsy until I was able to start walking. My mom kind of started to notice that I was walking like pigeon-toed on my right side.
Setaguchi suffers from spastic cerebral palsy, which is the most common form of the disorder. It causes muscles to move in an exaggerated manner, or in his case, be unnaturally stiff. He spent the next decade wearing a leg brace on his right leg. That, along with a pronounced limp, led to social challenges in school.
Because I just wanted to be normal, you know, like everyone has something, but unfortunately mine's like noticeable, right? Like, you know, some people can hide it a lot better. Unfortunately, I can't.
After getting his hamstring and Achilles tendon lengthened at age 14, Setaguchi was freed from his leg brace. By age 18, however, he still weighed only 130 pounds. Setaguchi started going to the gym soon after graduation and quickly found it to help ease his issues. He discovered the sport of powerlifting in 2018 and wanted to give it a try. With the help of a friend, he trained for his first competition in August. Setaguchi had successful attempts in the deadlift and bench press, but failed to register a squat. His affected leg prevented him from getting to full depth. Despite the results, Setaguchi says he enjoyed his experience and quickly set his sights on competing again. His fitness journey has not gone unnoticed. He's inspired others, including his best friend.
Through the years, it's definitely changed, and he's used the gym as something to like lift him up on that and help improve himself.
You'll be able to find Setaguchi here at Impact Nutrition 5 days a week for the next few months as he starts training for his next powerlifting competition this summer in Edmonton. For eNEWS, I'm Skylar Peters.
Cerebral palsy affects over 40,000 people in Canada alone.
And now here's Mac Miles with the top social media food videos so far this year.
Hi there, I'm Mac Miles, and here are this week's Tasty Trends viral videos. First up, out of Alberta, we have this adorable video of a Canadian YouTuber who decided to mic his son during Timbit's hockey practice. Up next is the heartwarming video of a dog reuniting with an owner after being in the hospital for about 5 months. This made for a butt-wagging good time. Our third viral video, it shows the Pope being upstaged by a little boy who got a little too bored at Mass. And closing out, we have our own little trending video. Lethbridge College students in the Digital Communications and Media program have been given a wonderful opportunity to work with industry leaders to create a house-flipping show. This is the first of its kind for this program and for Lethbridge, and some of our students even got to talk to the press about it. Well, that's been my time. My name is Mac Miles, and we will see you next week with your next Tasty Trends.
Thanks, Mac. Still ahead on eNEWS, a fantastic season ends in heartbreaking fashion for the Kodiak's men's volleyball team. And how Lethbridge College is preparing to host the ACAC Futsal Championships.
At the Last Chance Cat Ranch, our mission is to find a forever home for abandoned or homeless cats. We provide a safe, loving environment where cats can play and socialize with other cats. We have plenty of friendly, lovable cats that are waiting for a new companion. If you're thinking about adopting a cat, come to the Last Chance Cat Ranch. We need your help to ensure these cats will have a forever home. Come into the Last Chance Cat Ranch today and save a cat's life. Together, we can make a difference.
I'm so sorry. You are my best friend, but there is no other way. I can't keep up with the bills. I can't afford to keep you.
Only 1 out of every 10 dogs born will find a permanent home. We need your help. Visit Windy City Canine Rescue today to be part of the change.
Why are you even trying?
You're so stupid. No one's gonna miss you. Everyone hates you. You screw everything up. You're not alone. Come get the help you need at Crossroads Healing Center. We provide professional counseling and health services for all who come to our agencies.
Welcome back. The regular season is over for the Kodiak's women's basketball team as they head to Fort McMurray to make a splash in ACAC Provincials this weekend. Skylar Peters sat down with head coach Deanna Dotz to discuss the team's expectations.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Kodiak Report. I'm Skylar Peters here with Deanna Dotz, women's basketball team head coach. Deanna, you guys are heading to provincials this weekend, winners of 7 of your last 10. How confident are you going into this tournament?
You know, we're playing good basketball right now. The key is always to peak at the right time, and I think that's what we're doing. We know what we need to do in order to come out with a championship, and the girls have bought into that and are ready to go do it.
You got your first game on Thursday night against Keano College. What are you expecting in that matchup?
You know, it is going to be a packed gym. Keano hosts championships really well. They get everybody to come out. So, you know, there'll probably be a little bit of nerves to start, but I can expect our veteran players to settle us down and to come out ready to compete. Keano's a tough team. I mean, to make playoffs, you've got to be a good team, right? You don't just get to come in and show up, and they earn their spot to be there as a host. So I'm expecting us to come play some good basketball, have a good, tough matchup, but obviously come out on the side of a win.
What are your expectations overall for the tournament for the girls?
You know, this team, the sky's the limit. We talk about all the time, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And just going out and putting the work in, we can come out with a championship. Obviously, we started the first practice of the year with that being our goal to do that. And we want to continue that and carry it through and come home with a medal.
Awesome. That's all the time we have for the Kodiak Report. Thanks for watching.
The Lethbridge College Kodiak's men's basketball team season ended far too soon. The team missed out on the ACAC championships after Ambrose Lions won a tiebreaker between the two teams. The Kodiaks won their last 4 games against the Briarcrest Clippers and the Old College Broncos, but 3 losses to the Lions cost them the tie-breaking head-to-head matchup. Kodiak's coaches say the team's slump in the second half of the season was devastating.
We had 2 or 3 fourth quarters, I believe, where we scored under 10 points in the end of games, so that's tough. Lose by 2, lose by 4, right? You need those points, and just kind of, I don't know, we just got into a slump and just couldn't get out of it.
Kodiaks plan on recruiting hard in the offseason as they are losing 3 players next season, including ACAC all-time assist leader Michael Clemens.
A magical season for the Lethbridge College Kodiaks men's volleyball team ended in disappointment last weekend. The Kodiaks were defeated by the Keano Huskies 3-0 in the ACAC championship match. Despite the loss, the Kodiaks took home silver, their first medal in team history. Coach Greg Gibbos believes his team can do even bigger things next year.
Hopefully our current athletes that are on the roster are ready to step up and fill that role. But you know, there's no reason why we can't find ourselves in that gold medal final again next year, and hopefully turn that outcome around.
Gibbos says the Kodiaks lose only 1 player from their starting rotation due to graduation this offseason.
Lethbridge College futsal teams are working hard towards reaching their goal in the ACAC futsal championships. The teams have set higher expectations for themselves than last year. Chase Maley has more.
Lethbridge College's futsal teams have participated in 3 tournaments so far in their season. The men have placed 3rd in all 3, and the women's team placed 2nd in 2 and 3rd in 1. Sean Carey, head coach of both teams, says the teams are still trying to figure themselves out and learning how to play together.
We're just trying things out right now, just to see and trying to get a formula with the teams, seeing who wants to play where, who's good fit for what positions we're looking at.
Kodiak's men's goaltender Colwan Dyka says his team is excited for the upcoming tournament, but there is still work to be done. The team is working together to figure out its strengths and its weaknesses.
We're just working together on the court, just trying to get our formation right, and we're just really working hard throughout our practices to get ready for provincials coming up.
The men's team is hoping to have a better tournament this year. Last year it fell short of a place in the medal round. The women's team, however, has set higher expectations after earning themselves a silver medal a year ago.
We're always looking to improve on last year's finishes, so the boys didn't have a good tournament last year, so we're hoping to get in the medal rounds with the boys this year, and then with the girls, they got the silver medal last year, so we're always looking to go the one better for the gold.
The men's tournament will begin with a match against the Olds Broncos, and the women will play against the University of Augustana. From eNEWS, I'm Chase Maley.
This year's ACAC Futsal Championships will be held at Lethbridge College March 15th to 17th.
Lethbridge College's gymnasium hosts sports every day of the week, and new sports are being introduced as well. For example, every Wednesday night, the Lethbridge College Students Association hosts spike ball. Megan McCoy reports.
Spikeball is a sport that was founded quite recently in 2008, however, started as a game referred to as round net in the 90s. Lethbridge College has never had an official spikeball team but hosts rec nights weekly to give people a taste of the action. Lethbridge College alumni and intramural supervisor Kobe Hayward says that the Wednesday night meeting is less about the sport and more about the experience.
Things like that allow the kids to get away from the academic environment and get sweated out and have a good time. That's also just as important, especially to mental health, as anything else.
Spikeball has had nights where over 30 people attend, often regardless of athletic interest or capability. Hayward says that this is the LCSA's intention with events like this.
The social aspects of college really aren't attended to in any sort of official way, so people like the LCSA and College Rec are really important in that aspect.
The college hosts spikeball once a week as well as many other recreational activities. The school encourages students to get involved. For eNEWS, I'm Megan McCoy.
Not all extracurricular events held at the college are athletically based. The school also hosts events such as karaoke, bingo, and poker. Information on future events can be found at the Lethbridge College website.
And before we go, we take a look at the top 5 teams heading into the upcoming March Madness tournament.
Hi, my name is Brandon Frankish, and this is my top 5 picks for this year's March Madness. Coming in at number 5 is the Michigan State University. With an overall record of 23-5, the team has a good position to make it far into the bracket. Coming in at number 4 is Kentucky University. With a 14-1 record in their last 15 games, University of Kentucky has a major chance to upset some of the major players inside the bracket. Coming in at number 3 is Virginia Tech. With an overall record of 25-2 and a third place ranking, the university has a good chance to break it into the top 4 and upset some of the major universities like Duke. Coming in at number 2 is Gonzaga University and an overall ranking of number 1. Their final improvement within the season on their offense has a good shot to upset team favorite Duke. And number 1 is university favorite Duke University, with their best player being Zion Williamson. And after their recent injury, they still have a chance as the tournament favorite.
Thanks, Brandon. Dean, I'm not going to lie to you, I did not know what March Madness was when I was told we were talking about it.
I'm not a sports guy, so I thought it was a furniture sale originally.
Well, that's all the time we have for eNEWS here today. I'm Dara Kendall.
And I'm Dean Huffman.
Thanks for watching.